All right, there we go. Hello, everybody. We're here. Another day, another stream. We're here playing some Bomberman, a deck that I've not messed with in a hot minute. We're playing in the Legacy Prelim today because I didn't stream yesterday. I mentioned that on Monday that I might not make my stream on Wednesday, so we're streaming today, and might as well just jam the prelim since we're here. We got like 2 minutes till it starts. So I just jumped in with Bomberman list that I just haven't tested at all, because why the fuck not? I haven't played this deck in a while, and I think maybe the stars are aligning where this deck could do something. I'm not positive though, just kind of because I don't have my finger on the pulse of the meta at the moment, because it's still kind of evolving as we go. But definitely interested to see what this deck can do. I was pretty happy with it in the pre-breach meta, so let's see what all has changed in the post-breach meta. Made a couple of changes. I cut an Oblivion Ring and 2 Containment Priests from the sideboard for a second. Oh yeah, that's new. I remember hearing about Moto Sounds on Twitter, but I haven't opened up Moto since the update. That's fun. Okay, that doesn't make a sound. Just when you pop them up. But anyway, cut 2 Priests and an Oblivion Ring from the sideboard for a second Tormod Script, a Sorcerer's Spyglass, and a Liquid Metal Coating. I think specifically the Spyglass and the Coating are pretty important in there's like so many just like Oko matchups and stuff. All the control decks you want to be able to have a card like Coating and a card like Spyglass, I think, in your Karn package. There might be too much stuff in the Karn board. It's possible that I just need to cut the Glass Casket. There aren't enough like collector oofs running around at this stage that you want the Wishable removal spell, and I just want more broadly applicable catch-alls against, like, whether it be like against Chalice of the Void or Leyline of the Voids or like stuff like that. Like I can play a second Disenchant or a second O-Ring again instead or something like that, but not sure. Especially because now the Oko sideboarding is extremely light. Like the only cards I would board in versus most of the Oko decks are the O-Ring and sometimes the Disenchant. Although your main deck mostly has a lot of the tools you'd want there. Oh, have we started? Oh, yes, I guess we have. So I'll chat about it. The ideas going forward in Bomberman, between rounds when we got some time. Playing as Dreadnought 33. I recognize the name. Don't recognize, what they play. Oh, wow. These sounds are maybe going to get annoying. This is a double cycle and a turn 3 Salvager on the draw. It's not unreasonable to keep a hand like this. We could definitely mulligan to something more powerful, just like turn 1 Chalices and what have you. But multiple Salvagers, bunch of basic lands. I kind of dig this hand, unless my opponent's like playing some bullshit fast decks, right? But I think I'm gonna keep this. Okay, so now there's just a bunch of random dings. Please not. I guess I can actually. I don't have to say please not elves, because this doesn't really tell us anything. There's a ding every time it's a different player's turn. That's kind of horrible. I think I'm gonna bobble them before I play my land or anything, because I don't know if they're like a wasteland deck or not. There's a chance we want to lead on Ancient Doom in case we just draw Karn, but if they're playing a wasteland deck, then we don't want to, right? Caracas, so not elves, more likely something like Maverick. Wow, these sounds are very jarring. Yeah. Would like to play Mystic Fortune turn 2 here, but would also like to not get my Ancient Doom wastelanded versus a Caracas deck. Ugh. Waterlogged Grove. Oko. Are they? They're not. They technically could be 4-color Loam, right? Just with the natural natural basic forest. Yeah, these are some very weird sounds for these different permanents. I'm not sure how to feel about it. Let's take another look. Windswept Heath. Alright, yeah, I guess they are most likely on just the 4-color loam deck with just the natural forest into the green sun. So now we just want to find this LED, yes. We want to find this LED so we can just kill them with this Auriok Salvagers. Is the plan. Or Bant Mav. Is Bant Mav like a thing that I should be thinking about or respecting? I almost don't, yeah, like I don't want to play with my mentor and get one monk into this Oko -5 anyway. So I think we're going to try to hope my opponent taps out and we just go for like the turn 3 draw infinite cards, whatever. So I think we just pass here. It's a different sound. It's like some untapping land sound. I don't know. I'm confused. These new Moto sounds are confusing and scary. Is Mav ever something to consider? It feels like it also did it like reset how loud my sounds are, because I always thought that they were quieter previously. Okay, this is fine. Did they like cycle Waterlog Grove and then not hit a land drop? That seems wild. Oh yeah, we know they have Windswept Heath and Caracas. So we just try to go for it here. They could just pretty much murder me if they have Swords of Plowshares if they're Maverick, but if they are alone, we can just draw infinite cards and then win, right? We just lose, right? What? No, we draw infinite cards here unless they have Swords of Plowshares. Yeah, we find more Salvagers. Yeah, we have 2 other Salvagers in the deck. Who cares if they elk it? I would cast a Mentor to make 2 monks. Try to like bait the plow, maybe. Are they a plow deck? They haven't done anything to make me think that they're either is kind of the issue. 2 monks and giving my opponent a Mentor is like kind of horrible for me. Although, I guess they can't give me something useless now. They can give me like the Arbor or the food. Yeah, the Mentor doesn't matter like in the current state of affairs as long as they don't like kill us. Especially if they are Maverick or something. Yeah, really just, these sounds don't make me comfortable. Yeah, both of the decks that we... Tropical Island, okay. Sounds looking more and more like... I guess that could also be Bant Maverick or whatever. Just could be just Maverick with Oko. If they are Maverick with Oko, I am just concerned about the card Swords of Plowshares. But if they had Swords of Plowshares, they would have just plowed the Mentor with the first LED on the stack, I think. Guess you should have jammed instead of being a coward. I mean, I don't think there's a lot that punishes me here either. There's elking the Mentor, sure. Because this also makes me just put lethal monks into play to attack with. Also gives me, like, gets more cards out of my hand before I try to go off if they do have a way to punish me. No, my Mishra's Baubles! I needed those. Oh yeah, never mind. We have monks. It is fine. I mean, kind of fine. Yeah, they didn't swing though, so it's not. We might just have to play this Mystic Forge now, or just draw Walking Ballista like a good player. I said. Because now they can just jump block twice. So this is what, like, is this like Bant Depths? Although I guess we don't. Oh yeah, they have a Heath. They're definitely. think I just need a forge for stuff here. They elk the forge, it's kind of whatever. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. I can elk my forge, but if they keep elking my stuff, that's fine, because we just, like, get a big board state. Well, this, we have to be concerned with this reclaimer is going to build them a 2020 or something. Yep. Come on, just attack with some creatures. What could go wrong, opponent? We just cast this other Mystic Forge, I guess. I think I'm gonna play my city before because I don't want to take more damage here. We should have served Mentor last turn. Yeah, it's possible I wanted to serve Mentor last turn before this Reclaimer gets online. That was probably the play. I wasn't really thinking about that. It's a Chalice with the Void. That's not super helpful. Go to 9 to put it on 1. Putting it on 1 is definitely better for me than putting it on 0, that's for sure. So I kind of want to get it off my deck. And going to 9 is fine. We have enough of a board state here. Hoping they don't have crop rotation, because crop rotation is lethal, right? Yeah, they have exactly enough mana to crop rotation lethal me. I don't think there's anything we can do about that, except for if we find Karn below this Lotus Petal. Plow. Okay, well that's fine. Yeah, there's a Karn below the Lotus Petal, but now I don't want to cast it because I have 2 Salvagers in my hand, so we can just leave it there. Right, all Lotus Petals and cast Salvagers into Ballistic Kill. You know, like a Lucker. We could hit some petals in there too. All right, so we have Karn on top, which means we just have lethal set up for next turn. We know one of the cards in their hand is a Caracas. We don't know the other 2, but we do have the ability to cast both Auriok Salvagers next turn. Although, no, we don't, because we're going to have to cast this Karn. I think I just say go here. We could serve with, like, the Monks, but 12 is, like, not a lot of life to work with. Do I even, like, could I, serving 8 at the Oko, does that even do anything? Could potentially get some, like, chump blocks, right? They have 9 to swing back at me, most. Fine with the chump block here. Oh, they get to cycle the Arbor out. Cool. They go grab what stage? Yeah. So playing a Depth Swing next turn, so we just have to go for it. We have it rolled up so that we have the kill next turn, but we can't beat any removal spell unless we find like a Ballista on the top of our deck. Or like another Karn or something. Luckily their Bog's in play, so we don't have to worry about them like trying to bog me. But we have double diamond, so like we could have played through the bog. Regardless. Just make a bridge. Yeah, exactly. How will they possibly beat an ensnaring bridge with their 2020? Elking my second forge, that's fine. Oh yeah, that means we have to just play the Karn and hope for the best next turn. Could have down-ticked Karn for the lattice. What, that turn? If he were a coward. Couldn't they have just, like, if I, like, also left the monks up or something? Because couldn't they have, like, reclaimered for the, Sagiri step and hit the Karn with, like, food? Yes, tap out. Excellent. Green zone for 2. Never mind. Stop. Stop. That's probably getting an oof. That means we're not getting comboed this turn, though. And we can beat an oof because we have Karn. Oh, never mind. That's kind of obnoxious. We can force them to block, though. We have prowess triggers. So we're drawing this Karn that we can't cast, but we can make 2 infinitely large monks this turn. Problem is then we get elked. We can't do anything. What's up, XYL? I guess we can play both Salvagers here. Would you go Salvagers, LED combo, attack with the 2 monks and the forges? No, we can't attack with the forges. The Reclaimer blocks those. But we're not getting comboed this turn, and we could potentially make enough attackers. The problem is that they could block with food, block with Teague, and then pick up their Teague. And then they'll just have enough blockers for the following turn as well, which is pretty obnoxious. Throw away a forge for what, 3 damage? What does that do for me? I need to remember to learn to play faster again. Alright. I need to remember how this combo works too. Because I have to hit OK every time one of these stupid things just goes on the stack when I have monks. Should probably just be cracking the pedal too, right? Since I don't need this mana for anything, obviously. It's just like, because I could just pick it all up in one swoop. Sound of your permanent. Yes, this is the sound of my permanents dying. I'm gonna fiddle with it, but Bomberman very time intensive, so not fiddling with it right now for obvious reasons. Insufficient damage. Technically, they could take one, right? Which I don't want. Now we're gonna put them to 17s, I think. If they take one of those and they go to 1, and then we have a ton of creatures on board lethal. So I don't understand attacking with these Mystic Forges. It feels like it just gets eaten by a Reclaimer, right? And deals them 3, and 3 just doesn't do anything. I could, like, hit the Oko for 3, but that doesn't also doesn't really do anything. Yeah, they block with their Teague and then pick it back up, which is an issue because now they just get to create 2 creatures as blockers next turn. So next turn, I don't have lethal in play. I need to draw something because they'll just have Reclaimer plus Teague. They'll have 3 blockers. I guess, well, not... Oh, yeah, because they can just make them early right now. So we need to draw, like, exactly one of the 3 ballistas is, like, the only thing that does it, I think. 3 blockers plus Lage. Where's the 3rd blocker? They lost their food, and the Oko doesn't make a blocker right now. They can actually Elk a Monk, because they can't Elk both the Salvagers. Oh, Maze. That's pretty bad for me, too. Now if they Elk a Monk and Maze a Monk, I have just no way of lethaling them, besides drawing Ballista. I think they're just going to make a 20/20 now, so we have, like, 3 outer here. That Teague was a real bummer. Actually had the kill lined up too. The Teague and the Bog. Oh yeah, we have 2 Krogs to draw too, that's true. To buy myself a turn to find something else. Come on, skill game. One is exiled? What? Oh. Oh yeah, exiled that Caracas. Not one of the outs. They have exactly enough mana to make the 20/20. We can attack them for not lethal. They maze this. They have 3 blockers. Block, block, block. Take 6. Yeah, okay. No point in wasting time when we have a game 2 into 3 to play. Dens always has enough mana. You never know. This is a matchup we get to board in. Is Canary Priest good enough? Maybe not. They have Green Sun Zenith, notably, and they probably have they already showed us annoying Green Sun Zenith targets, but they probably have like an oof sideboard, if not one main board. I don't know if I want to bring in any of the bullets. I think Spyglass and stuff is fine to sit in the sideboard. What am I gonna cut? What am I cutting from this deck? How good is Chalice against them? Not good, right? They have like some number of plows, and that's about it. Down the Green Sun for 0. And then I guess Elvish Reclaimer and Crop Rotation, that's a decent number of 1s. Chalice seems okay. Because their removal spells are almost all 1 mana, likely. So what looks like it's bad? The fast mana seems pretty important. I think we need to try to go under my opponent here, like a lot of the other Dips matchups. Mentor, it's a lot better on the play, that's for sure. I wonder if I don't need this Containment Priest. Again, it's exactly 4 greens in the. They're not Maverick, right? Although they have the exact same number of hits as Maverick, which is just solely the Green Sun Zeniths, and they have like a pretty robust toolbox of annoying things, which probably just includes Collector Oof and Gaddock Teague. Is Chalice good enough? Oh, they're probably a Leyline of the Void deck, aren't they? I probably do need to bring in this Disenchant and possibly also shave the combo. If they're like a Leyline of the Void and a Collector Oof deck. They're not a Rest in Peace deck, right? Because they play Elvish Reclaimer. Yeah, I think we want to shift into a Karn strategy. This looks okay. I would like to play first. Caracas, Petal, Opal, Bauble turns on. Although, oh, we have a Mentor and all these zeros, but we can't. We'd have to play almost all of them to cast the Mentor and then have 1-0 left. We do have turn 1 Containment Priest, which is not nothing, but then we'd have like nothing to follow up with this Mentor. Turn 1 Containment Priest, turn 2 Mentor Opal, cycle the Bauble, but that turns off our other Opal, and then we're down to no mana. We'll be fine. We'll be fine, chat. Oh, there's a Leyline of the Void. So now we just pass and hope they like green sun for 0. So we just get a free card. Yeah. So we don't cycle this Bauble because it turns off our Opal. I think I'm going to cast Mentor, cast an Opal, and then potentially cycle the Bauble. Depends on what we draw. We could draw Straw another land, so we don't have to crack the Petal or anything. It's not bad. Although I guess, yeah, I think we're just going to put ourselves down to no mana and crack this Opal to find more Mentor stuff. So we're going to cast Mentor, cast an Opal. We'll be able to cast a Plow, which is good, and we'll be drawing 2 cards. Knight of the Reliquary. It's a good one to Plow. Hopefully they don't have a Plow for my Mentor, because my motley crew here needs to go the distance. No Plow? Cast a 2-drop, please? Thalia. Yeah, that's pretty. That's fine. We literally have a Caracas in play. You're hoping they don't have a Wasteland? Very much so, I suppose. So I don't want to Chalice my own Plow out of here. So playing the City is worthless because we're just going to bounce the Thalia and hit them. I don't think I want a Chalice for 0. I want the Chalice for 1 for a Prowess trigger, but I'm hoping next turn they play Knight and then we can just Plow the Knight and then City Chalice on 1 for more Prowess triggers and just punch them. In case we draw like an H2 or something, I don't think I play the land here. Yeah, I'm really hoping their turn here is land tonight. What's up, Brickman? How's it going? Come on, Knight, yes. Plow the Knight. Chalice on 1. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. This is not enough, but next turn I'll definitely have enough, right? And the Chalice on 1 is preventing them from like plowing my Mentor. To the Modern Prelim. Rip. Yeah, this Prelim's stacked today. Had like, what, 40-something players? Nice Leyline opponent. Yeah, nice Leyline and Green Sun Zenith. Got him. I mean, that's why you're just, like, a lot of the time, especially with this sideboard that's, like, actually very light on answers to Leyline of the Void, I think I'm supposed to go down on the Salvagers combo and just kind of sometimes backdoor into it. When I back on Bomberman, I decided to try it out with absolutely no testing of a list and just jump into a prelim. It's going okay. We're in game 3, but on the draw in a matchup that I'm not happy about. Yeah, I'm curious on how this deck is positioned. It was, like, pretty good in the pre-Breach meta, and I feel like the current meta is similar to the pre-Breach meta. Let's think about sideboarding some more here. Could even go down further on the Salvagers plan. The Mentor plan's not awful here, because they're a pretty slow deck as far as depth decks are concerned. Usually against, like, the traditional depth decks, Mentor is not great because it just, like, it was never fast enough, but Mentor can really get some beatdowns going. And the fact that they're a Leyline, Green Sun, Collector Roof deck makes you just really not like the Salvagers combo. Just not very interested in it. Just think we want to convert into a Karn Mentor plan. So cards we could bring back in are some amount of fast mana that I boarded out. In exchange for, like, I think 2 LEDs, maybe go down to 2 Salvagers. We really only have a Disenchant and an O-Ring to beat Leyline, which I don't think is enough. I think the sideboard definitely needs to be tweaked more. But they also can't cast a Leyline very easily. Let's bring back in a Cycler here. They should have diamonds. Yeah, I mean, they have, like, diamonds, and they have a Bog, right? And technically, I guess they could, like, stage their Bog. What the fuck are they doing with Leyline in their deck? I don't know. See, what other graveyard are you playing in that deck, right? I guess just crop rotation for Bog. You don't need that much other graveyard hate. Oh, this hand sucks. Yeah, there are Elvish Reclaimer and crop rotation deck. That's, like, a lot of graveyard hate. Very bad, as it turns out. Alright, well, we'll keep this hand. It's got a Salvagers, which could get dicey. I think we're just gonna hope that turn 2 Karn is powerful and bottomy Plains. We have a Plow on turn 1 for whatever shenanigans they play, and then hopefully turn 2 Karn. Thalia could be a bit of a hindrance. I wonder if I bottom the Salvagers. There's no way I bottom the Salvagers. Salvagers Karn is a kill if they don't have Leyline. Also, just is it a Pillar Field Ox? No Leyline. It's nice. Wasteland. Oh, this is scary. Turn 1 Thalia. Whoa! Deafening Silence. Did not think about that card. Kind of makes some sense, though. If they're not a Thoughtseize deck, they probably don't have a great combo matchup. But it should be okay for me. I can still cast the Karn next turn and pop their diamond if they just, like, play a knight or some stupid creature and not an Oko. Please don't Oko me, opponent. Please just cast a Knight of the Reliquary. Knight, 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 knight. Well, alright. No Thalia? Fuck. That's bad. That's bad, because our other land is City of Traders, and they, like, very blatantly have a Wasteland. Yeah, this Thalia is a real kick in the teeth. I wonder if I plow the no, there's no way. I have to plow this Thalia, right? Crawl back into the game under the foot of Wasteland and Elvish Reclaimer? That seems... Prowl Reclaimer and move on. How am I going to beat this Thalia if I plow the Reclaimer, right? I'm going to get my City of Traders Wastelanded and then have no mana? Our record is 0-0. We just started. Just draw some lands into the Thalia Deafening Silence. That's not going to go over great. What's my play next turn, though? Yeah, the Reclaimer is scarier long term. They only have one card in it, actually. Yeah, you might be right. that we eventually might actually be able to draw to the Thalia, but the Reclaimer does mean that they'll kill me in a reasonable time frame. Yeah, I didn't realize that they were actually that low on cards. We could cast a Mentor. It's not bad. I mean, my City Traders gets Wastelanded, but like that's just my life regardless. We could play a Pillarfield Ox, Pillarfield Salvagers. Could potentially let us buy back our Lotus Petal if we find another land. We could also just sandbag our City Traders, but I think I like my Mentor in play, I think. Get something going. Get my thing Wastelanded. We're down to 2 mana. I almost like playing the Salvagers more. They have 1 card left in hand. Salvagers could potentially get back our Lotus Petals to start doing other things. Salvagers also blocks the Thalia for what it's worth. Does kill my Lotus Petal and puts us down to 1 mana currently, which is kind of spooky. Pass 1 more turn. I guess we could find a land that isn't city to get Wastelanded. Yeah, none of my plays look good. If we draw a 0 mana artifact, we can just play the Mentor and it's about the same. If we find like another petal or something, we could potentially just try to cast this Karn anyway. Stop. Teague. Well, Karn's off the table. Ballista. Ballista kills the Thalia, but then we're kind of just back to square one anyway. We Ballista on 2, but that puts us down to 1 mana as well. Yeah, I think it's Pillarfield Ox time. They have 0 cards in hand. We can make a 2/4. We get Wastelanded back to the Stone Age, but if we find a land, we can start slowly hitting our land drops. Dang, they saw the line. Unlucky. Hey, lucky. So we can buy back our petal and cast it. Buy back our petal and not cast it to save it for the Mentor, but no, we don't have enough mana to Mentor and petal in the same turn. Or we can just Ballista on 1 and shoot the Thalia. Ballista on 1. Develop a petal to Ballista on 2. Yeah, that tracks. Might need to try to clear this Teague at some point as well. This is the best course of action if they find another Wasteland or something too. Or somebody take my Salvagers off the board. It gives me the access to the most mana in subsequent turns. Yeah, Pillarfield Salvagers giving them the business. Now we can Ballista on 1 and plow this Teague and just clear them. It's a world where you ignore the Thalia. I don't think we're in that world anymore. I think we're just going to set up to Karn them next turn, right? Ballista on 1 clears the Thalia, plow clears the Teague, and then we play the Karn the following turn. I think I want to do it all sorcery speed so I don't die to Caracas, right? Although they could have crop rotation, which maybe I'm concerned about. So like do it in their upkeep. I do miss 2 damage not doing it right now, I guess, but wow, that was a weird. Was that like a twang of an arrow? Yeah, using a crop rotation to save the Teague is probably a real cost, and we still have Mentor Petal to start generating some amount of value. Next turn we can like jam Karn uptick on their diamond or something. Potentially downtick. And just go get coding. If they have an Oko here, what do we do? Coder. Tomb. 6 minutes on our clock, notably. 6 mana. Coder is definitely spooky. We don't have the Deafening Silence prevents us from casketing the night, which is a pretty big deal here. We could casket it next turn, but they can hold up the ability to Sajiri Step. Yeah, Carney Diamond and what chump block the knight? Yeah, and then if they attack, we just block it, and then we can, like, casket it or something. I don't like... maybe Bridge is fine, but... oh, whoops. Why did I play this? Ancient Tomb, because I'm dumb. Yeah, playing that land did nothing for me. Yeah, playing that land drop was definitely dumb. Kind of forgetting the text on City of Traders there. This is where I'm doing anything with the mana. I just, like, cycled our city into a tomb instead in the face of the Wasteland engine. But if they, like, Wasteland me, then we're totally fine here. Stage is spooky. They can technically make a Lage, but Lage doesn't beat us right now. Because we have this Karn. If they attack, they're not threatening Lage, and we could just casket the Knight. If they Wasteland me, we can still casket the Knight. Just cost us, like, our whole board. Yeah, playing the Ancient Tomb is real bad. I'd much rather not have this pedal and still have the tomb in hand. Oh, yeah. I just have to be ensnaring bridge time then? Is this getting sent? If they don't send, we can just... if they don't send it and don't Wasteland, then we can't casket it. We could... because then they can get step. Can't casket without land or else. It's a pretty good land. Now we can just Caracas the Thalia and casket the Knight, and they have one card in hand. Seems pretty good. Can I play my Mentor before that? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, because this Caracas is going to tap. So what's on my sideboard to potentially casket for next turn? Yeah, no one ever plays Ironclast Casket. Like, if we want to Mentor... potentially play Crypt. Probably just Bauble, though, to cycle, honestly. Potentially... no, because if we Spyglass, we crack our Petal. Mentor plus Bauble. Yeah, Mentor plus Bauble's the likely outcome here. If they replay the Thalia too, we're just down 1 mana, so we want a 0 anyway. 3-drop. Green soda for 2. What is this gonna get? Are they gonna oof me? Yeah. Oof's fine though. We have Mentor and a bunch of Karns, I guess. I think I still just want to grab a Bauble here to get the trigger. We have a bunch of Karns to continue triggering it. If at some point the oof leaves the battlefield, I think I want to draw a card. I guess I shouldn't F6. Because they could replay Thalia this turn. Get a Forge, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm going to just cash in this Karn for a Forge, because we have infinite Karns in our hand. Actually, we have a second Mentor. I'm just going to cash in this Karn for another 0 and just try to mentor my opponent out of this game. Karn isn't doing anything anymore. We killed their diamond. Now, if we don't get Wastelanded, we can just cast another Karn here. Let's stage my planes, sure. They get double white here if they won't need it for something. Pride Mage. They can get their knight back. That's a little spooky. We might have too much in play by then, though. I almost cast this Opal. Do I want to attack this turn? I am scared of them getting to... I guess we can just attack with monks, right? 2 minutes to kill them. Use sideboard. We don't really have anything to get. Where's your Spyglass? Yeah, we can wish for the Spyglass here. We can cast it next turn, potentially. I don't think I want to be attacking with my mentors here. We do deal them 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. I think attacking with these monks is fine. That's why they stage the planes. Okay, that would make some sense, I guess. Now they can pop the casket and eat a monk. But we have a ton of monks in the play, and we're just going to continually make more monks every turn. We have to kill them next turn, though, right? Because they can... If they don't do anything, they can make a 20-20 here. If they don't tap any mana. But I think if they don't tap any mana, we can lethal them. Or we can at least... If we play Spyglass... Oh, yeah, we have Caracas, too, so that they can't actually just 20-20 me. Because they need to also Wasteland. Thalia, Coder, Wasteland on Caracas, maybe? Then their Knights tap, and they're just getting punched for a ton. 13, 14. They need to block 2 creatures. I know they can block 1 Mentor and go to 1, technically, but... We ended up in the prelim. We're in round 1 right now, but I think we might be able to squeak this one out. Caracas the Thalia, cast Spyglass, see what the Knight does. Because if they tap the Knight, they just died a tremendous amount of beats. A lot of triggers. And then we can just name Knight of the Reliquary if they don't activate it in response here. Even if they do, I'll probably just name Knight. Hand is Leyline, Knight. Nice. Yeah, nice ley lines indeed. They should just be dead next turn. Do we not use her? Yeah, I'm just gonna plus the card on nothing. Yeah, we know their whole hand, besides the card that they drew this turn. If they Knight of Autumn, the Spyglass or whatever, they're just like super dead. Yeah, we can't cast anything. Yeah, Knight of Autumn, the Spyglass or whatever, sure. Oh, gain 4 life, also sure. Are they dead? Block, take 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah. Let's kill him with style. This should be good, right? Block, take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah. Sorcerer Spyglass lethal. Yeah, we did it. Hey, we're not even last match, even though it took forever. Alright, let's mess with these Moto sounds, because they are not my favorite thing in the world. So which sound affects the weird noises that... I don't care about the card flicking. Card flicking makes me just feel like... makes me feel like I'm playing a paper match. But, like, the weird noises that, like, the planeswalkers and, like, the creatures and artifacts make, I don't love those. Is that still card sounds, though? Because the cards are making the sounds. Only just won our match. Nice. You know, streaming at the same time. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to, stack your streams when you want to stream prelims and all that jazz. I'll just turn this far down and see how that goes for next round, I guess. So record, we are 1-0 in the challenge or not challenge, in the prelim currently. 1-0 with some Bomberman. Pretty tight match there. Definitely fucked up. Could have colossally fucked up that game 3 when I played the Ancient Tomb. Instead of, like, keeping my City Traders in play. Jeez, that could have ended horrendously, but we ended up getting there. And that's why we board out a bunch of the Salvagers package against the deck that has a shit ton of hate for Bomberman. I didn't even know they had Deafening Silence, but, like, all the graveyard hate that they had, Leylines, Bog, and, like, a bunch of ways to rotation, plus Reclaimer, plus Knight to find Bog. Although Bog's, like, pretty easily beatable as Bomberman, but, like, that coupled with their access to stuff like Collector Oof and Gaddock Teague and stuff made me really not want to try to combo them like that, and we just beat them with Mentor Beats, which was my plan. What's up, Elaine? You don't stream this time, I do. I mean, this is the Legacy Prelim slot. A lot of people stream it this time. You held up the event. I'm not last. I finished my match, and we're still sitting here. I was not last, even though I played horrendously. I'm not playing a grindy, slow mid-range deck. I'm playing a grindy, slow combo deck. Please stop holding up the event. I know I hold up the event all the time, but this time I didn't do it. It's Steve MLP and Beeve3. Blame them, not me. I was only second to last to finish. I'm watching Elaine speak her thoughts and then they appear in the chat. It's pretty funny. I should turn on Elaine's stream so she gets more viewers. But then also mute it because I don't want to watch a stream while I'm streaming. Now we play the waiting game. So, yeah, definitely felt like my sideboard needs to be balanced more between Karn sideboard tools and things that blow up Chalice and stuff like in Leyline of the Void are the big things. Like, I've gone down further and further and further from, I guess not that far. It used to be like, what, 2 disenchants and like a cast out in some of the earlier iterations. But I have definitely gone down with just an O-Ring and a Disenchant as things that blow up ley lines. I wonder if I could just not play any Containment Priests and just, like, hope the Sneak and Show, like, the play against Sneak and Show is just combo them and, like, hope Chalice is good and stuff. Containment Priest isn't, like, actually that very good against Sneak and Show anyway, especially like some of the decks are just Omni at that point. An O-Ring is a feasible card that's actually the reasonable Sneak and Show matchup as well. Notably, that we do definitely drop off in quality against like Reanimator and Dredge and stuff because we cut a bunch of Containment Priests and we're playing like just like one extra Tormod script. It means we get to board in one and then have the ability to Karn for others, but it's definitely not great in most of the graveyard matchups. But Containment Priest doesn't look good against like Hogak anyway, but Reanimator and Dredge, you definitely see some drop-offs in quality. Against Reanimator, you could hopefully try to, like, the Chalice plan is okay. Oh, we're starting. Alright, now we'll queue into a lane next round, and then we'll ruthlessly stream snipe her. JK. I'm gonna ghost you. Go for it. Are you in here? I should sort by alphabetical, but instead I did not. She's playing Oko. She's playing one Oko. It's like basically 0 Okos. I don't know what we're up against, but we got a turn 1 Chalice and a turn 3 Karn. It's not bad. Never seen this player before, so let's go wild. I'll keep the hand. Oh, they're mulliganing to 5. All right, well, that's good for my Chalice, but bad for I'm scared that I'm just gonna die. Not dead. Could be Reanimator, like an Entomb untap. Reanimate sort of deal or something, but whatever. Regardless of what they're doing, I'm going to put a Chalice of the Void on the stack. Like a skilled Magic player. Tropical Island, that's not a kill me color. Interesting. Fetch and then no. Like Brainstorm or anything in response? We just against like a Astral Oko deck, it looks like. Library's a good one. I'd love to draw. I'll take it. This result, I think I'm just gonna wish for LED here. And just have the whole combo rolled up. Depending if my opponent like taps out or something. Lattice lock, no. I mean, we could also lattice lock them with this diamond, so it's not off the table. The card skirt is Force of Negation. We beat almost anything else, assuming they tap out. We obviously... Actually, even if they don't, like, what removal are they going to have for our Salvagers? We beat Force of Will. Nice. Wait, Lotus Petal. Whoa, Sneak... Or not Sneak, but Omnitel. Okay. This changes things. This means that we should be fine, because they don't have any Force of Negations. We cast the LED first. If they don't Force of Will it, we can basically kill them, I believe. Karn, yeah, Karn gets back LED if they Force it, but then we don't have the Karn to... if we wish back the LED, we don't have the Karn to find the Ballista to kill them. But now we also have this Bauble, so we could even beat that, because we just draw a million cards. It was like a weird time to Impulse, but I'm okay with it. Please, Spell Pierce this. Human... Force of Will. I'm gonna make a decent amount of mana before I ask my opponent if they concede 2 Walking Ballista. It's fair for them to say no, but they're also at 11, so it's like pretty easy to kill them. But we only have to 22 mana, so. Lattice lock them, coward. I guess we could just cast Mycosynth Lattice, technically, but then we, like, if they do have a Force of Will, we look like an idiot, right? No, we can't recast the Lattice because we can't buy back a Lattice with our Salvagers. We can only buy back the Ballista. We could just draw infinite cards if they Force Will the Lattice, but I don't want to chance that because they could beat me drawing infinite cards. So we technically could go for it here, but I am scared that my opponent will just Force of Will the Walking Ballista, so I want to finish comboing out with the LED in play. Because sometimes they just hold Force of Will to make you burn even more clock. Oh wow, okay, they conceded to the Ballista. Alright, cool. Would have been nice if... Because if they were trying to just, like, drain my clock, they would have let me ping them 7 or 11 times or whatever, but, like, I asked them in chat. Maybe they just didn't have chat open. But whatever. Do I don't want Disenchant? Yeah, they got Library in addition to... Sometimes they don't kill you with Omni, so it's possible, since we have so little board-ins anyway. Like, this is the plan. All this other stuff sucks. I don't think any of my sideboard cards really do anything. We can wish for bridges. Yeah, they had a Force of Will, Force Negation, didn't know. I mean, yeah, like, the Force of Will doesn't beat them. Or, like, Force of Will doesn't beat me there. So if they're trying to, like, genuinely play to outs, then they don't have any at that point. They are just dead. I think it was pretty apparent that I wasn't going to Lattice lock them after I made far more than 6 mana. And if they had a Force Negation, they would have just snap off the Force Negation. Also, they're just Omni, so they don't have Force Negation. But if they did, they just snap that off on the LED anyway. What do I want to board out here? Forges? Forges feel a little bit slow. I could potentially also board out some number of Baubles. This matchup, we definitely want all of our win cons because we need to kill our opponent as fast as possible. So sometimes you just want your, like, stupid Mentor starts. I think the most likely option is just that they didn't have chat open and they didn't see my message asking if they would concede to Ballista, because, like, they're not scumming me, because otherwise they would have, like, forced me to ping them 11 times. But so, like, the snap concession to the Ballistas makes me feel like that they just didn't have chat open. They're like, okay, I'm dead, I'll concede. But they were waiting for me to show them a Ballista, but didn't know that I asked if that was on the table. Obviously, I could have showed them the Ballista earlier in the iteration of the combo, but technically that makes you make 2 more mana because you have to buy back the Ballista with the Salvagers, so you just waste more time if your opponent says no. I think we'll just cut like this. Possible this Bauble is just better than the Outlet Forge. The Forge can be very powerful with stuff like Mentor. Definitely want all our fast mana. Kadama Breeze is pretty weak in this matchup, honestly. Unless they, like, really try to cheese you with, like, early Emrakul, which you can kind of semi-relevantly do. This hand doesn't have anything to do, so we'll ship it. kept 7. We will not keep 7. Will we keep this 6? Bottom of the Ballista, we have a Containment Priest, which sucks. We give a cycle and a draw to hit more land drops. I think this hand's okay. I'm not excited to have it, but I think it's going to be better than a 5. I think this Ballista is just going to do shit with this hand currently, so... Ballista could potentially, like, actually clear Koalas out of the way. But... I'm just hoping to, like, turn 2 try to show and tell an Emrakul or something. We get him with this Priest. It's probably not a good plan, though. Turn 1 Brainstorm's definitely threatening. Obviously, they just had, like, Omniscience Emrakul me. My Containment Priest didn't matter. Blah, blah, blah. Chalice. Do I want to Chalice of the Void my opponent here? I don't like the fact that they just fired off that Brainstorm right there. I almost feel like Priest might do more, but there's a very real chance that it does less. Let's see if we can just look at a card in their hand. Get an inkling for what's going on. A Mystic Sanctuary. Well, that doesn't really fucking help. Drawing 2 cards to find a land next turn. I think I just want to cast this Chalice. I don't think, like I said, I don't think Containment Priest wins you a lot of games in this matchup. I think there's more likelihood that they just have a bunch of cantrips and this Chalice will actually do something. Of course, that means they're immediately going to show and tell an Emrakul this turn, and I'm going to be very sad about it. Yeah, drew land at least. So we can cast our relevant spells. Nice. Mentor definitely ups the clock a lot. Although it doesn't necessarily, because we don't have the mana for the card. I think I'm just going to leave a Containment Priest. Because I'm a little bit concerned that this is just going to be turn 3 show and tell. And they might not have the Omniscience, and this Containment Priest actually has text. Oh, well. Doesn't hurt to try, but it's probably not going to work. They're probably just going to Omniscience me. Especially because blue-green just has a lot more Omnis and, like, just a Wish package. So there's just a lot of things that beat this Containment Priest straight up and down. I will choose not to put in this Monastery Mentor. Dang, unlucky. Dang, unlucky a second time. Echoing Truth. Does she have, like, another wish? I don't know. Whoa. Wait, do they think that, like, this beats their Emrakul? Or are they just, like, flexing on me? Like, now they're just gonna wish for, yeah, Surge Summons and cast both the things. Like, Containment Priest does not beat the thing. I don't know if they're flexing on me or they genuinely don't understand how Containment Priest works, but they just find the Emrakul. Well, yeah, I mean, I can't beat this, but... I wonder if I should just, like, not even board in Containment Priest versus blue-green. They just have so many Omnisciences. That maybe just, like, a Bauble or a Forge is going to be better served. We have 2 Karagas to, like, attempt to punish the, like, early fat creature plan. So maybe just having this Containment Priest in just doesn't do nearly enough. Yeah, that might honestly just be the case. Bring in more Baubles. Hit submit here. On the play, I would play ball, yeah. Alright, we got Chalice and a Karn. It's gonna be real good. Chalice and a Karn, a powerful strategy. do I want to cycle this Bauble or hold it for the Mentor? I think I might want to hold it for the Mentor. What is this Karn doing? Stone Raining them? Maybe. This deck doesn't play Daze, right? They do have Spell Pierce, but obviously we can't play around Spell Pierce. Rip. This is why we're holding all these things, so we have something to rebuild with the Mentor. In these subsequent turns, now we get like Mentor Bauble Petal here. Why didn't we Mentor and make 3 friends? We made 2 friends, right? Oh, we didn't cast the other petal. It's possible. I think the Mentor plan is just a lot weaker to what they have doing, and forcing them to have answers was more likely to win me games. Mentor is like not super fast. It's possible that I wanted to play around Spell Pierce, but I didn't really feel like that was necessary. They were down 2 Force of Wills, notably. Oh, well, they just got more, I guess. They pitched a Show and Tell, though, which is nice. Now we'll Bauble them. Is the information more important? They're going to shuffle, but I also like to... it's probably not super relevant this turn. They have 2 cards in hand, so the likelihood of them killing me isn't super big. They just kind of draw their card here, I guess. Yeah, I'll just cycle this Bauble. Return to Nature. Good to know about, I guess. Those cards not good to know about. Would rather have much different ones, but, you know, we'll make do. Hopefully. Come on, don't shuffle. Draw your Return to Nature, please. Dang it. Would like them to have less relevant cards. Now we just need to find like any piece of action. Helps us out a lot here. That's scary. Top, that's horrifying. Could just be more lands, potentially. That's just... These cards are not stellar draws. We've tried our best, but we've been thwarted thus far by triple counters. Please no Show and Tell in a scary thing. Yeah, sure, whatever. Just Show and Tell Omniscience kill me. Could just be putting in the no, they just also have that. That's valid. If we draw, we can't draw Karaka and disenchant the same draw step, so it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, we're just dead. Unlucky. We find anything? Ballista would have been pretty big, but not big enough to kill him from 16 very quickly. Yeesh. Really petered out there, and then they found a second Show and Tell and the full combo very quickly. Sometimes it happens. We don't have a lot of tech for that matchup. It's possible if there is enough Show and Tell that I do just want more O-Rings anyway, but O-Ring has been worse and worse against the fair decks because it's just very easily removable by all of the fair decks because they have to play all the colors now. It's not like you could O-Ring stuff against Grixis or whatever, or Miracles just had like 2 disenchants or whatever. Everybody just gets to play all the colors, and there's like a lot more Abrupt Decays and Return to Natures and stuff around. So O-Ring is like less interesting as the fair decks. For the fair decks, sorry. So yeah, most of the complaints about this deck list are definitely just how I'm trying to balance the sideboard plans. And that was something I was starting to run into as an issue playing Bomberman more when I was playing it a bunch in like January and stuff, was that I did want to play like these extra Karn package stuff like Spyglass and Coding, but you just ran out of room so fast. Because unlike the other Karn decks, you also have to play like a Ballista and an LED for your combo pieces. So your Karn packages are just bigger. But we've felt pretty good. We had like some serious games, right? We lost we cast 3 relevant spells and then got like countered by show and tell. So it's not like we just like rolled over and died or anything. They did like force pierce force our stuff before killing us. Our games against Maverick were like, or not Maverick, I guess Band Depths. We're pretty in it. Regardless of my really bad punt with the Ancient Tomb play. But yeah, if I figure out what this sideboard and main board look like, could definitely see this deck being playable. Feel pretty good thus far. Fast Mana and Karn and Chalice have just been good to be casting nowadays. Opponent just Helm of Obedience to you for 1 hit Uro. Doesn't that mean they just get to like gain 3 life and draw a card and you get an Uro in your graveyard? Hey Patrick, thanks for the 10-month resub. Appreciate the support while we're sitting here twiddling our thumbs and don't have a lot else to do. Or sitting with lethal. Oh yeah, I guess gaining 3 life's more relevant then. What's Elaine doing? Elaine looks like in a not good spot against Red Black Reanimator, but I could be wrong. Oh no, yeah, it definitely looks like a bad spot. It looks like an Archetype Grizzlebrand on the other side of the board. Is Ordox Salvagers really a Guardian of Thraven? It's a white card, so probably, right? It's 2 squires, yeah, it's 2 squires stapled together. What worse card in it? Like, we want to talk about bad cards, like fucking Death Dice plays Squire. We get to play Pillarfield Ox in this deck. We are technically a white deck. We have 8 white spells in the main. Course of Fix costs 1 less. I wonder if this deck could actually like splash a color. Caracas definitely is at its weakest right now. A lot of the depths, regardless of the fact that we've played against depths, or like, yeah, banned depths into Omni, I do think Caracas has lost a lot of power in the current metagame, especially if you're not obviously like playing Follies to defend your own stuff. But is there a world where we can like make the mana base even worse than it already is and play some bad blue cards or something? Some Sighs or Emrys or Teferis or something. Problem is that you'd have to like put all those in the main deck because your sideboard is already so fucking cramped. So if anything, we'd just be playing Sighs as just like extra mentors, or yeah, probably just a different deck, right? If we were playing blue, we would be playing the mono blue Chalice Karn deck with like Urza and Emry and Sai and stuff. Take the buggers to chill and replace the black cards with white ones. Yeah, pretty much. Mentor is just better Psy. We just play Salvador's Nelly instead of Urza, I guess. I don't know. Seems kind of bad now that I've talked through it. I don't really think there are a lot of super interesting white cards to be playing. Teferi probably not bad in this metagame, right? Because there's so many blue decks, and just being able to hide behind a Teferi is really powerful. But that doesn't really help like your problem matchups necessarily. I don't think the control matchups are super problematic. Good Teferi sucks, yeah. It's definitely not super exciting, especially in a deck that can't defend it or anything. A lot of decks have just straight up attackers. Because Oko, Coatl, Snapcaster Mage, etc., etc. Now, what if we splash for Oko? No, then we're just the Bug Urza deck again. we've circled all the way around and we're playing the Bug Urza deck with white instead of black. Reddit told me Oko is only in lands because he doesn't use the graveyard. Oh, like it's a sideboard card for like, oh, when they bring in the rest of pieces, we'll just backdoor them with this Oko. Yeah, that's why we're playing it. Still don't think Ancient Den's worth it with all... I think Delver still has a Null Rod staple to its sideboard. And there are more green decks playing a Collector Oof nowadays. Yeah, I don't see Ancient Den being super interesting. So yeah, I think the main board is more or less locked in. Yeah, it's really just, I think, what you make of the 15 cards you get for the sideboard. True Tormod Scripts does feel pretty bad. Tormod Script isn't even that good against most of the graveyard decks, right? Dredge and Hogat can plow through it pretty easily. It's like decent against Reanimator. Is there a world that we just don't play Graveyard Hate outside of Karn and Crypt? Give us 2 sideboard slots. Play like a second O-Ring and like some other thing. Yeah, Karn's stupid expensive. It's definitely, it's gone down, which is nice. I finally actually like bought Karn's a while back. I think it hit it. It bottomed out for a while. Yeah, have you seen like the fucking modern decks? Modern Horizons and like War of the Spark cards are just stupid expensive. So like there's like Snowblade in Modern or something that just plays like Force of Negations and Ice Fang Quaddles and stuff, and it's just like a bajillion dollars. And yeah, the Urza deck, if you're playing Urza and Karns and shit, it's just gonna also just be, and Oko is just gonna be a million. Nothing we can do here but twiddle our thumbs. I did not plan for anything besides sitting and figuring out what I want to be doing in this sideboard. Why do I have a Dryad of the Elysian Grove? Did I open it? I should probably sell it. How much does that card cost? probably expensive, right? Or like maybe not expensive, but like reasonably priced to sell. Card hoarder. Yeah, it's like 5 ticks. Wait, no. Foil is 5 ticks. Normal one's only a buck 50. Fuck. Quaddle's starting to plummet. Thank God. I was hoping that there was no way that could manage to go on that long. It was pretty insane. Well, in this we have 53 players. Jesus, I know when we're going to. I'm used to these things having like 16 people, and they just like rounds. Then we turned around at like 35 minutes when people played fast. But now that we have 53 players, we're just like going to time every round. White faces at 2-0. How's the lane doing? Lane is sideboarding. I have no idea versus what though. We wanted reasonably timed to write Legacy Prelims. This is what the cost is. This is like 5 p.m. Central is like not even that good. Like if I was on quarantine, it'd be so. I struggled to get off of work in time to make these in prior weeks. The fact that the Central Time Legacy Prelims were at 5 p.m. or 9 p.m. was just the worst. Would have killed for one at like just like 6 or 7 p.m. But we don't get that. Get to instead. At least now that everyone's on quarantine, we get giant prelims, and I get to be home at 5 o'clock. So, you know, silver linings and all that. I should have figured out something to do between rounds here. Besides just like blankly stare at my deck list and figure out what I wanted to do. Yeah, what are the combo decks right now? Modern is 163 and Vintage had just over 100 for last. Yeah, Legacy had a bunch too. Legacy had like 250 something in the like whatever the big event today was. They were firing off this like one shot, like big weekly events for all the formats. Legacy one just had like a billion people. What are the good combo decks right now? I have not seen Hogak in like forever. Dredge you never really see. Just like sometimes just gets you. It's just the boogeyman. It's like Tess, Doomsday, Red Black. And show and tell variants come to mind. Yeah, it's possible that Crypt just sucks. I can just play the 1. And that Container Priest also sucks. And I could just cut them all. Container Priest I have been liking because there have been a lot of Green Sun Zeniths around though. And Container Priest is actually like decent against those decks. Face Dredge and Gak in the scrub bracket. Yeah, I would expect to see more show and tells and Doomsdays than like Dredges and Hogaks. Like, there's always like a fair smattering of Reanimator for sure. See, I might actually just. No one else play Doomsday because it's the bad rep of being too hard to play. Yeah. Wouldn't expect to see a lot of it besides like the people that love to play Doomsday on it, like Monkeys Can't Cry and stuff. But yeah, I think the first changes I would make is swap these cards for something more playable. Second O-Ring probably, and then like something else. Maybe a second Disenchant, maybe. Is Disenchant? Can you bring in Disenchant versus the control decks right now? I'd probably bring it against the white decks because they can easily have Recipes or Deafening Silence. But against like Bug or like 4-color or like 5-color, I don't think you would want Disenchants. There's always like Back to Basics too, which is a card that you should be concerned about in everything outside of straight up 5-color Marpile. Play a Dispeller's Capsule. I do own a Dispeller's Capsule as one of my, like, maybe cards, but it's not bad if there are less Null Rods and more, like, Deafening Silences and Rest in Pieces and stuff. It's, like, not actually unreasonable to play a Dispeller's Capsule. Turning Bomberman to Cloud Oka and then just playing an Oka deck reminds me of that old LRR video. Making his Death Red deck beat Goyf by including Goyf and making it a Goyf deck. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's a good plan of beating Oka decks, right? Is playing your own Okos. It isn't, though. I mean, it kind of depends on the deck that you're playing. You can't just jam Oko into everything. Yeah. In the intention that I had was, if your deck has Oko in it, you have better odds of winning versus your opponent's Oko deck, just because Oko is extremely powerful. Jamming Oko for like into decks for no reason, less reasonable. Turn 2, Rite of Flame Oko. How are we doing that? Turn 1, Snow-Covered Island, Arkham's Astrolabe. Turn 2, Mountain, Rite of Flame, filter the red into green, cast Oko. Oh, turn 1, Snow-Covered Mountain, Astrolabe. Yeah, you just need any blue source after that. Or green source. It's valid. I didn't see your first message, I only read the second one. God, speaking of fucking Rite of Flame and Oko, did anyone see Drake Sasser's takes on Twitter today about, like, Embercleave being more miserable to play against than Oko? Just, like, absolutely baffling. Drake, I thought it was... Yeah, Hoogland tweeted it initially, and then Drake Sasser quote tweeted it, and there was a bunch of discourse with the different people about it. Yeah. Sasser, like, supported it, and then, like, people were like, the fuck you talking about? And he was like, hang on, let me die on this hill for a second. And then went off about how Oko mirrors were, like, interesting and skill intensive, and Embercleave just kills you. It's, like, pretty wild. because cards generate decisions doesn't make them interesting. I think that was one of the points that was brought up, was just like, yeah, sure, you can make decisions with Oko, but like it changes the chance that you win the game from like 83% to 85% or whatever. You're already horrendously ahead if you close your eyes and choose modes on Oko at random. Side note, Elaine is the last 2 matches. Oh yes, completed equity successfully transferred. Oh, it looks like she's getting dunked by this Grizzle brand. I don't want to give her shit. I'll only give her shit if she wins. Don't like kicking people while they're down. Wow, this is a weird ass game. So what's he really out here pretending we might be able to restore her resume? I didn't. Did they tweet something about it? Wow, why the fuck do I have 20 notifications? Oh god. Our opponent's out of timeout, really? Is that 3 minutes or 1 minute? That's 3 minutes. There's a Grizzlebrand in play. You can win in 3 minutes. Especially because now there's also an Iona in play. Yeah, no, this game's over. Why do I have 20 messages? What's happening? Oh, I got tagged in something. Wait, no, not ready. Still have one last round to go. I just want to play more Magic. I haven't played Bomberman forever. I'm very bad at it. Been making a lot of like very minor hiccups here and there, sequencing lands and like sequencing 0 drops and when to crack baubles and stuff. Oh yeah. Coronavirus is nuts. Fucking, I'm still going to work like half the days and it's just completely appalling. We've been deemed essential. Not a single company in Ohio decided they weren't essential. Yeah, weird. Wild how that works. When you in fact declare that all non-essential work be stopped, companies don't want to stop making money, so they'll just convince everybody that they're essential. It's weird how that works. Start a new job on Monday. Oh yeah, we just got a new hire. Like we get a new hire tomorrow. Just yeah, welcome. Here's your laptop. Go home. That's our plan. But yeah, if you're going in, yeah, that fucking sucks. Yeah, this is we're living in dire times. Did not think that this is what I was going to be living through a month previously. On February 26th. Did not think this was going to be what the world looked like. We're absolutely going to think we're past it way too soon and we're just going to relapse too. Alright, everyone can go back to work. Oh wait, everyone's sick again. Hang on. Absolutely going to happen. let's go. Oh, we are playing against Monkeys Can't Cry, so probably on Doomsday. I'd love to be on the play here. This hand has turn 1, Karn the Great Creator. It's pretty good. This is what we get for bitching about 2019 so much. I like to lead on LED because sometimes people force a will it. All these pauses make me think I'm just gonna get fucking force a willed here. Just dunked. Alright, so next turn we only have 3 mana next turn, right? Should I just grab Coding? Oh, no, never mind. We have 6 mana, so we can just fucking lattice them. I guess I could just grab Coding in case we don't want to lattice them. For some reason or another. If something changes. We could also just plus. Make our decision next turn. Is this game 1? Yeah, this is game 1. I think I am just gonna plus. Get a hate piece. Oh, Crypt. Because Crypt doesn't do anything against Doomsday, right? Especially if like they're gonna like turn 1 like Dark Ritual Doomsday try to kill me or something. I don't think Crypt's gonna do shit, right? Professor 0X, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Oh, I thought this was blind game 1. Oh, it's Monkeys Can't Cry, so I just assumed that they're playing Doomsday. Do we have a needle or we do have a Spyglass that we could have grabbed, I suppose. Alright, well, I'm going to attempt to lattice my opponent next turn and see how that goes. Which is, I guess that's a reason to not wish for something relevant. Because we're just going to end up discarding it because we're going to try to lattice them. Yeah, we did it. Look at us. We're so good at this game. We're so good. We cast a turn 1 card and then they died. I'm so skilled. Alright, so Doomsday, huh? I think we're just shipping the 60. I don't think Oblivion Ring is gonna do a whole lot. I think we're just running back the 60. We could potentially like board in the other LED to try to combo them faster. Sometimes you do just want to try to get lower to the ground against other combo decks. I'm just gonna submit. I think we're good here. This hand has a turn 3 Karn, and that's it, really. We do have the diamond, so notably we can try to combo kill them too. We could cycle this Bauble. My opponent kept 7. I don't think Chalice is like something I necessarily want to mulligan towards. I have to also be cognizant of like my opponent's a Thoughtseize deck. I think I'm okay with this hand. Doomsday is not exceptionally fast. You just turn on Ancient Tomb, Bauble. Spooky. We could get double thought seized. But we could also draw a Monastery Mentor, so. What did they do on that Ponder? They did not shuffle. We got in that hand, opponent. A Doomsday. Well, that's bad for me. Hopefully we draw something very good here. Like a Soul Land. Soul Land important. Certainly. I wonder if I'm actually supposed to just, like, crack the LED. Assuming this card resolves, I might actually just want to crack the LED for a coding to try to keep them off of casting Doomsday. My hand is just nothing. I lose my white mana, notably, but that's probably the play. The coding lets us at least, like, Rashottenport them, tap the Underground Sea. Obviously, they could just force all this or whatever, and we're sad, yeah. Probably getting Doomsdayed now. I guess the sequence is probably Karn then LED, right? So even if we draw, a Salvagers, it's not enough here, and we also need to find the Ballista. Need some water. Should have done that last round. They have an LED, so it's pretty easy for them to kill me if they like have a cycler in hand. To look at how they boarded too. I can just get to see their deck. They boarded in the Divining Witch, is interesting. That doesn't seem super good. 1 force, 2 force, 3 force. Do they have the 4th force in their hand or deck? I assume we're not getting another turn, so these draw steps have to be exceptionally good. Okay, they do have the last force in their hand. Draw steps literally have to be, like, not land. It has to be, like, a Salvagers plus, plus Ballista. This Karn, unlikely to do it, but we'll cast it. They might just have force blue cards the last 2 cards, too, and just kill me with the card they draw, yeah. Force pitching to Fairy Time Raveler. Yeah, which means they're probably just gonna, like, draw into lethal here. Minus Teferi, yeah. Crack LED. Minus Teferi. Cast Predict for Petal, or, yeah, just Rewrith. Yeah, whatever works for them. So we just see their whole deck here, basically. Minus 2 cards. Just 2 Teferis, Thoughtseize, Duress, Thoughtseize. Not a whole lot of discard. 1 Echoing Truth, 2 Teferis. Chalice does seem very good to play on the play. Play set of forces. Like, no interaction, basically. Yeah, I think all these cards suck. Not a lot of options to disenchant their LED or something. I think we're just going to submit again. I think I like our configuration well enough. Turn 1, no Chalice. Turn 1... Yep. We just have turn 2 Salvagers. It's a little bit risky here. If we get with a Thoughtseize, we just have turn 2 Mentor and a bunch of stuff. We could also turn 1 Mentor and 2 things, but we lose our only white source. I think this hand's a keep. We have to just turn 2 draw a million cards, which is pretty powerful. I'm going to play out the Petal only, I think. If we get Thoughtseize, they take the Salvagers. Then we can just Mentor thing. I don't want them to Thoughtseize me and be able to like take this Petal if they want. I don't think... I guess we could potentially just try to cycle this Bauble into something else. I think we can do that next turn, though. Although using the Bauble also draws us closer to finding like a Blister or something. But if we're discarding our whole hand next turn, I'd rather not draw extra cards. So I think I'm just going to say go here. If they have Force of Will, they have Force of Will. That's probably worst case for us. They duress me. Maybe I should have thought about that. Okay, there's Thoughtseize. So imagine they take Salvagers here. And then we do just end up on the Mentor plan. Yep. Oh, they Thoughtseizing me again? This Lotus Petal? Oh no, they're just gonna turn 1 Doomsday me with Thoughtseize. Alright, sure. Yeah, that's... This is my life today, I guess. Turn 1 Doomsday with Thoughtseize back up. Even if we draw another Salvagers, we just draw our deck and we can't kill them. And their pile of 5 almost assuredly kills us. If we draw Karn, we might be able to do something. Depending on what their 3 cards at hand are, we might be able to like Karn for coding to disrupt something. And like turn off LED. That's probably about it. It's assuming they also just don't have another Force Will in their hand or something. Could use a Chalice on one, I guess. Now we wait for Doomsday to resolve. 50 cards have entered the Exile Zone. They have 1 Thassa's Oracle. We'll just draw Chalice into it, it'll be fine. No, they have a Teferi in there. Force. They have no Force Wills left, but they do have a Teferi to potentially stop me from just like finding a Chalice. Actually drew it too, but we can't do anything with that. We can draw our deck and hope that their pile can't kill us next turn, but there's like no way it can't. Their Edge of Autumn's in here. Their Street Wraith is not. But, I mean... And we got a lot of time to draw my deck anyway, so... We look at their whole hand and assess how dead we are, so let's, I guess, do that. Oh god, I need to pop this out. There's so many piles that kill me here just they go to 4 cards. They just need to draw 2 cards and be able to cast their Oracle. Alright, their hand is Ponder Preordained Divining Witch. I assume that still kills me. They can draw like an LED and then cast Preordain or whatever into like, or like draw Street Wraith, cycle Street Wraith, and cast like a Preordain. I'm pretty sure just kills me. Opponent's just asking me if I have anything that I can do. And the answer is very much no. Feel free to say, if I don't die, please concede to me drawing my deck to save me doing it. Yeah, I think that's about what we're getting at. Established that I am dead to his 5-card pile, and if I am somehow not dead, then he'll just concede. Obviously, he's under no, he doesn't have to, but I think if you're confident that you're just going to kill me, which is very likely, it's just preordain into like Street Wraith plus. Wait, did they have their pedal? Did they put their pedal back in? No, they have a pedal here, and I think they only have one. Their LED is notably missing, though, so they could, like, draw LED. Yeah. And then Ponder into Street Wraith into Oracle or something. Yeah. I just Ponder into Oracle kills me, right? Because they draw a card here, go to 2. Not our day today. We got turn 1 Thoughtseize Doomsday by Doomsday, which is just really not what we want to have happening in that matchup. I forgot to look at what my top card was to see if me not cracking the bubble ended up losing me that game. Not that it was like strictly correct to do it regardless. Although I think we drew like land, chalice. If we had drawn the chalice first though, but no, the triggers go off one at a time, so I think I drew land first. Because if we drawn chalice, I think chalice on 2 wins us more games than me drawing my deck. I wonder if they could have beat a chalice on 2 with what they had going on. I think they did still have a Teferi in their pile somewhere, so the plan might have just been like get the Teferi down and then Oracle after. Calling what should I play next round because of tradition. Not unreasonable, certainly. Oops, oh, I forgot I'm gonna get some water. Oh god, if I get up though, then Lily's gonna get all amped because I'm out of the room. She's getting super excited, and I leave, and then she's gonna keep whining. How much do I want water? Yeah, it really feels like most of the decks that I play just, and by most I mean the two, just would not be winning games of Magic today. Maybe we'll go get water. Yeah, we will. We got like a million minutes, right? Yeah, we got plenty of time. I'll be right back, chat. Back, and I have water. And Lily is going to whine a bunch because I have left her line of sight. You crushing nerds? No, I'm getting crushed pretty badly today. As is the norm of me playing Magic in 2020. Been on quite the cold streak for most of this year. Play Oko? Yeah, no, fuck that. Oko's boring. We haven't even lost any Oko decks. We beat the Oko deck. We like just kind of got our shit rocked by just combo decks having a bunch of stuff that we couldn't beat with our hands. I consider putting more colors in my deck. I was talking about that today. We were sitting there, we were looking at our list, but then I realized that I think that all the color splashes in Bomberman suck. What if we just put Healing out in this deck?
It combos with Walking Ballista. It has to be good, right? Obviously better than Mentor. The other 3-drop. Yeah. Mentor doesn't kill them with a Walking Ballista in play. Elaine looks like she's getting justifiably punished for putting a Caracas in her deck in 2020. Oh, never mind. She drew a 3rd land. Oh, well, it is a tropical island against Wasteland, so yeah. Justifiably punished. Is Luna still in chat? Luna, I just saw an opponent cast an Abrupt Decay in response to an Oko activation, and the client didn't crash. Elaine's opponent just cast an Abrupt Decay in response to the Oko Plus, and they are seeming to be. They still seem to be connected. This is bullshit. Did you just get back in and it was fine, or you didn't just like lose that game because your client didn't start up right? Moto is a quality program. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of problems popping up since they added all the bells and whistles. I also saw a way you can change the intro music on the title screen now, and I kind of wanted to change it as like some meme. Is getting super punished for putting a Caracas in her deck. It was just another basic land. She'd actually have 3 lands in play. Although, probably still not beating Primeval Titan. Oh, second field of dead. Alright, yeah, dead. Dead skis. Also playing. God, why did I sign up to do this? There's so much dead time between rounds. I don't have anything to do. I should find a new Steam game to play between rounds if I'm going to keep streaming like prelims and challenges and stuff. Anyone got any good games going on? All I've been playing is the shit ton of Animal Crossing and PSO2 lately, though. I don't have any good Steam games. Partially because I don't play a bunch of games on Steam. Spelunky. Spelunky's a good one. I do have Spelunky downloaded. I've played it before. Would be a good game to just sit and kill time with, certainly. What was, wasn't Jarvis doing, like, magic Sporkle quizzes between rounds or something? Maybe we'll steal his thing and do that. What do we got? "100 most played MTG cards in Legacy." This is actually kind of interesting. When was this made? I don't care about that. How do I get to the quiz? I don't understand this website. Oh, here, this is the quiz. This bunch of blank text boxes, right? Oh, there we go. It tells you the type. Alright, cool. I'm in. Is this in order? What would be the second instant after Brainstorm? Force of Will? Yeah. Land. Fetchland? Island? Snow-covered island? Maybe basics don't count. Oh, Wasteland, right? That's the one? Yeah, that's the one. Sorcery is going to be Ponder. So more lands are just going to be fetch lands. Wow, Misty's the most played fetch? When was this quiz made? Does it say that anywhere? I don't know if it says it anywhere. That's all the blue fetches. Did I name all the blue duels yet? Tundra, Volk, Tropical, Island, and Underground Sea I named. It's another land. Just other fetches. Verdant Catacombs. It is Verdant Catacombs. Creature. Snapcaster Mage. No. Delver of Secrets. No. What's the most played creature in Legacy? Let's see if Oko's on this list. That'll tell us how old this quiz is. Yeah, Oko's not on this list, so this list is very old. So this list is like... I already did Delver Seekers. Delver Seekers is down here. Is Arkham's Astrolabe on this list? Or like, what's another Modern Horizons card that sees a ton of play? I thought he was probably going to be on here. Yeah, I thought he was near the end. Get here, add. Do we have, like, Karn the Great Creator? This feels like it is pre-2019 Legacy. Okay, Oko's not on this list, Uro's not going to be on this list. I think this is, like, 2018 Legacy. Is like Hymn to Turok on this list? Yeah. There's no way Hymn to Turok's that high in 2020. Fizzle, Grand, yeah. Emrakul's on here somewhere. What's the most played creature, though? 2018. Like, 2018 Legacy, like, Dreader, I guess not, right? Yeah, this is definitely 2018 Legacy. Stoneforge would probably be on here then. Yeah. Creature. I'm missing something like stupid obvious. Death. Oh, is it Deathrite Shaman? Are we in Deathrite era? Oh, yeah. Okay, this is Deathrite Legacy. Yeah, okay. That would make sense on why it's the most played creature. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, Cataxian Probe's on this list. Is Sensei's Divining Top on this list? Sensei's Divining Top. Oh, it is! Holy shit! Wow, this list is so old. Blast from the Past. Sensei's Divining Top on here. Alright, what's the next land? He's on a different site. Was he not on Sporkle? There are a bunch of other quiz sites, but whatever. We're sticking with this quiz for now. I already did Tundra. I guess I'm supposed to like just do them all, right? I kind of wanted to do them in order, but the timer is definitely taken down, so we want just like just stuff that was index. Planeswalker, Jace, Liliana, yeah. Liliana was more played than Jace. What? I already did all the blue lands. Our like, Bayou's gotta be on here then. Yeah. More instants. Do we already do Preordain? Chalice of the Void. What? Chalice is on here? Yeah, Death Red Arrow would make sense on why Misty and Polluted Delta and Verdant Catacombs were the three most played land. Cabal Therapy, nope. We're not in, are we in Fatal Push Era? No, we're not in Fatal Push Era, because top got banned before Fatal Push got printed, right? Arbiter for MTG, thanks for the follow. What else am I naming? Oh, Aether Files on the, oh wow. Alright, cool. Should just name the rest of the fetch lands, right? Windswept Heath. Is Marshfetch even on here? It is. Wow, pretty high too. Arid Maze has got to be on here because they played that in Top Miracles. Mox Time is not on the list. Life from Loam is on the list. Missing a bunch of instants. Days. Young Pyromancer. True name, yeah. Was Library played a bunch back then? It was. Alright, cool. Oh, Lightning Bolt, that's gotta be, wow, it's all lower than I thought it would be. Surgical Extraction. No. God, what even were the playable decks then? I guess Batterskull and GTA. Stoneforge's on this list. That means Batterskull and Umezawa's GTA and Sword of Fire and Ice are all on this list, yeah. Are we in Gurmag Angler days? No. Different types of swords to plowshares. Oh, I'm an idiot. Swords to plowshares. Terminus. Is Entreat Angels on here? No. I mean, bad sword days? What, War and Peace? There's no way. Yeah, there's no way that makes the list. It was like a sometimes sideboard card. Rashad and Port. I also stopped naming fetch lands, right? I didn't name them all. Wooded Foothills. Taiga. Savannah. How the fuck do you spell Savannah? Savannah. There we go. Scrubland. Plateau's not even on the list, Jesus. Oh, that's funny. That means Dread Arbor's on here. That means Green Sun Zenith is going to be on here. Abrupt Decay is on here because Counterbalance was huge. The fuck else did Miracles even play? Back Basics wasn't even super popular back then, I don't think. Ancient Tomb. Ancient Tomb's on your Chalice isn't? What? I mean, I guess the Show and Tell decks also play Ancient Tomb, but... Oh, Spell Pierce. Yeah, that's that one. We're missing a Sorcery near the beginning. So Entomb's not on here, which means none of the reanimate stuff's really on here. Spell Snare, is that like a playable magic card? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, it's Red Blast, right? Or Pyroblast. What? Neither of those are on here? That seems wild. That neither of those cards are on this list. Is it sorcery? Yeah, I'm just talking about it like in general on this list. We got Wasteland. Wasteland's up towards the top. Caracas. There we go. Should Fire Sonic no play, right? Oh, it's close. I put Show and Tells on this list somewhere. I typed it. Fluster Storm. Oh yeah, Storm was popular, right? No, not enough. Thoughtseize. That's the one. That's the sorcery, duh. Dress isn't on here. Tarmogoyf. Yeah. Alright, perfect. Just in time. Got a minute left. Tar Pit? What the fuck? Man, Tar Pit being legacy playable. What a world. Vendilion Click, Lotus Petal's a good one. Bob. Counterspell. I was going to name Inquisition, but when I was starting to tell me there's a Blood Ray Elf on here, we'll find out. Tombstalker. Jesus, this was so old. Intuition, Supreme Verdict, Quirion Ranger, Stifle. Oh, I forgot Badlands. Whoops. That means also I probably forgot Bloodstained Mire. Elvish Visionary, Nettle Sentinel, Glimpse. Wow, this is all just because all of the Elves players played these cards and no one else. Grove. I didn't punch a card on Grove. Misdirection? What? There's no way this list is right. Horizon Canopy is probably fair. Nimble Mongoose is here. Order, Cavern, Maelstrom Pulse, LED, Wisp. I thought about naming Wisp, but I was like, there's no way. Bloodbraid Elf is on here. It made it towards the back end of the list here. Mother of Runes, Bevel Streaks. It does look like towards the end it was just chunks of decks. Chunks of like playable decks. It was a simpler time, yeah, indeed. Alright, I'll try the other website next time. Do you know what website he uses? It's a Turn 1 Chalice, and we have part of the combo. We have a Ballista and a Cyclist Bobble. Seems pretty solid. Volcanic Island. Preordain. Sneak? Yeah. That was fun just because it was like it was totally a blast from the past. Like, what did Top Miracles format look like? Yeah, Tarpon definitely saw some playing like Shardless Bug and stuff. Just like enough play to show up on that list felt pretty wild to me. Alright, now we're not playing the bubble because we just want to play Mentor next turn. Since we don't really have the pieces to line up the salvagers anyway. This is just sneak. That's bad. That's very bad. They're just gonna sneak attack me here? Oh god, they have exactly enough mana before I get Caracas up too. That's super frustrating. Alright, fine. Maybe they just have a Grizzlebrand. Nope, they're just gonna Armageddon me. We're not dead. We can try to Caracas them. Although we could also just not give away what we are and just concede here. I really don't give enough of a shit. These sounds are so weird. Alright, now we'll cycle our Mishra's Bauble. Alright, they're drawing another sneak attack. Not the end of the world. We can never tap this Cavern, or we can never tap this Caracas. Alright, we're drawing stuff. If we can find an LED, we can just try to kill them. We'll play the Ballista on one here. Oh, I go to 1 life, hang on. Maybe I shouldn't. I probably shouldn't have even played this Ancient Tomb. I can only tap this thing once, so we will actually pass the turn. I want to cast more relevant spells. Like potentially Auriok Salvagers.
looking for that LED. We could play a mentor without taking damage here. Probably better than playing a salvagers. If they find Grizzlebrand, we are just dead anyway, too, because they just like draw into the red source. So the only thing this progress is holding back is exactly more Emrakul's. Come on, shuffle on this Bonder. They shuffled. Good sign. I think it's time to go to 1 and start actually just buying back baubles on like my end step. Yeah, I'm gonna bauble myself to see what we're drawing, certainly. Cavern of Souls, that's not super helpful. Yeah, because if we were potentially drawing like a Karn or something, we could be worried about that, but I think we're just going to cast my Salvagers. Unfortunately, we can't activate it this turn. Otherwise, we tap the Caracas, we tap Emrakul. I had an extra 1 floating, and also that Daze didn't do anything besides prevent you from sneak attack, like prevent you from double activating sneak attack this turn. So, deal. We start picking up like baubles and chalices and stuff in there instead. Alright, well, this is Grizzlebrand, I guess. We're just dying. No, it's just Emrakul. Okay. They could have Spirit Guide. Nope. Cool. Hey, there's an LED. Alright, well, we'll try it. Taste it, taste. They're really trying to get me to tap that Caracas so they could Emrakul me. Alright, well. I think they're just dead. They like force will this and we could buy it back and kill them. We know there's a sneak attack in hand, so they can't like double force me. Yeah, we did it! Look at that! This is what we get for not conceding to conceal information. We instead win the game. Easiest game of my life. This matchup, we will definitely bring in the Container Priest. And just cut the forges because we're against fast combo. Call it a day. I love those wins. I love the wins where you get hit by an Emrakul and just like kill them afterwards. Feels good. Feels good, man. This hand does not feel very good. I think we're going to 6. This Disenchant, pretty weak card overall. You can like hit their sneak attacks if they played them out sometimes. But it's not, and like Okay, very occasionally you could snipe in omniscience, but it's definitely not what we're like mulliganing for. We're not keeping this hand on the power of that. We could like turn to uncounterable salvagers. We have nothing to go along with it. Not even like a bauble. So I think this is just looking for like Karns and Chalices, yeah. I think we are. I think I'm gonna City in a Chalice. I think this Opal's going away. We could potentially turn the Opal online though, and it might help us rebuild because we have to City Chalice here. We're gonna keep the second Chalice because I'm assuming the first Chalice will get forced or something. If we City Chalice and then Plains Chalice, we'll have Plains to rebuild. We could pitch a Plains. I think, isn't Mox Opal just like approximately as bad as Plains? If we have a Chalice and an LED in play, then we turn on the Opal though, so it's not unreasonable. We'd also potentially just not play the other Plains into the city until we draw something to cast. Ponder. Opal accelerates us if we draw a Karn. It's true, depending on the number of artifacts we even play, obviously, but it does also help us cast a 4-drop if our Chalice resolves. So that's notable. If our Chalice resolves, then the Opal LED Chalice lets us cast. I'm going to play out the Petal to play around at Daze on my Chalice here, since they showed us Daze. We'd play out all of our stuff and just hold this Opal up. We actually just cast both the Chalices here, but actually I'd rather just do that, right? I don't think I'm playing towards Mentor, so I think spewing my hand to play around Daze might actually just be relevant. Because I don't want to crack my Petal if they Daze. They probably won't Daze, though, right? Yeah, maybe we don't spew. 4 Mentors is a decent number to draw to. If they just Force a Will this, I'd probably just go LED Opal, cast the other one, but there's a very good chance that they could just very easily beat this Chalice of the Void, too. They've already cast 1 cantrip, and they didn't shuffle with it, so they could probably easily just be lining up land drops into killing me anyway. Yeah, like that. I'll put in this Plains, it's free, right? This is only when I play lands, not put them onto the battlefield. Yeah, gotcha, idiot. Fucking Grizzlebrand bullshit. We got basic Plains. Think we care if they Daze? I cared enough to play at the Petal, I think. I think we are dead skis. Yeah, I don't think we can beat them drawing 21 cards. Just draw Caracas and bounce, yeah, easy. Put this other Chalice on 2. Sure. Trying to just like sneak attack, red source, kill me. Or potentially like show to Omniscience. Sure. Crack Petal, bolt you, idiot. And hope they don't Force a Will my Lightning Bolt. But yeah, this could easily just be show and tell lethal. Or, I mean, sneak attack lethal. They're 1 life. We're so close to killing them. Alright, they got there. I'd appreciate if my opponent stopped turn 2ing me. We got him in game 1, though, luckily enough. Or skillfully enough, I might say.
Yeah, the blue-red sneak matchup notably does get a little bit worse without more Container Priest. But I think there's just, like, not enough decks that I care about playing which Container Priests for anymore. You might. Yeah, my opponent didn't have to Emrakul me that turn. I mean, they did, because I was going to combo them the following turn, I think. But, you know. No, was I? No, because I didn't have any LEs, man. I wasn't even going to combo them. I was just going to play a Chalice. I mean, I did play my Chalice, but... It's a lot of walking ballistas. None of them activate this Moxo, but let me cast a Chalice on one. Sand is not what we want. Sand is a lot better. We have turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Salvagers, and some Baubles to cycle. Man. Need more Cast Out. I think Cast Out's just bad now. I think O-Ring's just way better, because... Like, when are you ever cycling Cast Out versus decks nowadays? Because control decks just always have hits. I'm going to bottom one of these cards. Probably a Bauble. I think I want the rest of this. Pummel against a 5. Turn 1 Chalice looking pretty juicy. Turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Salvagers. And a Bauble to go with it. Seems pretty good. Ding. Force Will. Well, now they're down to 3 cards in hand, so not the end of the world. Force Pitch Days, nice. Take a look at the top card here. Drawing a Ponder, rude. No, I'll just slam my Salvagers next turn and hope they don't have a second days or something. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we slam this card. Whoa! Hold on a second. That land's not usually in people's decks. What on earth is the Black Splash for? Mentor Petal? Nah, we're fucking jamming the shit out of this Karn. Yeah, this is 100% Karn here. Limb Duels Vault. Usually the Limb Duels Vault decks aren't like just blue-red sneak, right? Usually a lot more heavy emphasis on the black cards. Ugh. So what is this? What am I doing here? I can't wish for any mana to like try to Salvagers kill them next turn if I just grab like an LED. We'd wish for Bridge to beat like Show and Tell. We just wish for Coding as we're blowing up their lands. My concern is if they just like turn to like Ancient Tomb, Show and Tell in their big thing, then I do want to have access to Bridge. But if I wish for Bridge, then the following turn I have to wish for like the Coding, and then I only get to like tap land for that turn. What's up, Yogurt? How's it going? But they boarded into Doomsday Oracle. Flashbacks the last round. I think grabbing just Bridge here is fine. I guess we could just grab LED, right? If they show and tell me, we could just get to Salvagers them. If they show and tell Grizzlebrand me, then my LED, then my Bridge isn't going to do it anyway. And if grab Coding and make them, because yeah, I think it's between Coding or LED now. I think LED is the safer grab. I know Coding. LED means that if we draw a land, we just get to kill them next turn. Drawing Coding or getting Coding right now means that we just get to start blowing up their lands if we don't draw a land. I think that backup plan's better. Oh no, I should have grabbed LED because then I could just lattice them with the LED. We have 3 mana in play. This Coding doesn't do anything. LED was like definitely correct because they didn't have a 4-star days for this card, or else they definitely would have.
Let's hope this coding gets there or whatever. Maybe they'll just like shuffle, miss their land drop, and die. No shuffle. Hit the land drop. I don't like pitching my hand here. I mean, I was okay with it. Gonna nuke the Volk, I think. We're only scared of fast mana, show and tell, and thing. Yeah, I don't. They haven't shown us this Underground Siege on game 3. I have no idea what the black's for. They just like sneak attacked us the other games. Bottom, sure. Oh, we drew the land. So we can draw infinite cards here. I'm slightly worried that that doesn't kill them. We'd draw infinite cards and show and put a Chalice on 3, right? That's probably good enough. Chalice on 3 beats show and tell. They have 3 cards in hand. They would need fast mana and the sneak attack. I mean, combo killing them also prevents them from playing show and tell, is the thing. I guess they could Force of Will my LED, potentially. Murder lands and hold Bridge in hand. Yeah, it's not unreasonable to just do that. Just murder all their lands and sit and wait. I'm scared of, like, Ancient Tomb Show and Tell Grizzlebrand is what we're concerned about. We can't grab a bridge and blow up their lands, too, as a notable thing. If they have a Force of Will, then they're down to 1 card, though. I think just... So Salvagers is bad if they do have a Force of Will. We could port them with the coding, yes, but I think that's just bad. I think that plays a lot worse than just Salvagersing. I think just Salvagers Chalice on 3 is just good. Yeah, Salvagers. Yeah, we'll cast the LED first, see if it resolves. I'm pretty into just... Although they can Force a Will the LED on the return trip, and I don't have enough mana anyway. Yeah, I definitely should have wished for the little LED last turn, though. I was dumb. They're gonna, like, fucking Surgical Extraction me or some bullshit. Maybe they'll Daze. No, they're just dead. Cool. So we have 15 minutes to kill them, so no reason to go on. I think there's definitely reason to go all in, because this kills them and the other plays don't kill them. We sit and twiddle our thumbs in a lot of the other cases, and we just want to make them dead. Unfortunately, we have Mishras and not Urza, so we can't look at their whole hand, but... Yeah, well, I don't understand what their out was here. Like, if they Force of Will the LED on the return trip, we have Salvagers in play with a white source. They have 1 card left in hand, and they have 2 mana in play. So no 2 cards can kill me from that point anyway. And just, like, if I just sit there, like, Stone Raining them, they could find Ancient Tomb to, like, Show and Tell in a Grizzlebrand or something. So we need, what, 8 mana to put a Chalice on 3? We also get to, like, draw our whole deck and like,
maybe find our one of O-ring in paper, but definitely not online. Cast the coding. We can't cast the coding. I wish, but it costs 2 mana, not 1. Salvagers is CMC 1 or less, not 3 or less. Chalice on 3. Card seems bad, yeah. Who would get back cards CMC 1 or less? Fucking chump change. Alright, Chalice on 3. Plus Karn means that they just can't sneak attack in a thing, short of like Simian Spirit Guide plus Ancient Tomb. How many cards should I draw? Probably just like 10 or something. Probably does it. Get back my Lotus Petal. And start bobbling them. A Brainstorm. It's not really gonna do it. It's not a bad draw though. We got 12 minutes left, so we just have plenty of time to kill them. We can really just kill them at our leisure. And let's make some more mana. Because we're not drawing enough cards yet here. We're only drawing like 5. Okay, they just... they finally saw the writing on the wall. That I'm going to draw a million cards, and there's a Chalice on 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is what I was going to draw. We actually hit the Ballista on like the second one. I should have Mr. Bobbled myself one time, because if we see the Ballista or the Karn on top, we can just like bobble for a lot less. But we would have seen Caracas, which means that we would have had to keep drawing anyway. But we would have drawn 10 to hit a Ballista and killed them. We'll never know why my opponent was playing Underground Sea in their deck. Yeah, hang on. Luna, what was that website that wasn't Sporkle that Jarvis does? Was it Jarvis? I forget. I have no clue. You're useless to me. You're dead to me, Lunel. If I just Google online quizzes. If I could type G. Here's the color. Sporkle, Playbuzz. Yeah, none of these seem relevant. I thought it was Sporkle. Sporkle's the one that springs to mind. Hang on, I think he tweeted about it. Let's see if we can just go to his Twitter. It is Sporkles. You liar! Alright. How many of these are interesting? Can you change the theme on Sporkle? I don't fucking know. She Planeswalkers recent. Can we organize by published, contributed? Oh, there's date. Can we also control F legacy? Oh wow, yeah, the legacy one was pretty old. It's not even on this first page. Urza's Legacy. Name cards in every MG. I think I've done this one before, but I don't remember it at all. Dating back to February 2018. This one was fun. This is cards that have appeared in every single Legacy 5.0 deck dump. Yeah, this was by GLVI or whatever. Isaac. Oh, I missed. Najin 12. Sorry, I missed your follow. Appreciate it. And Isaac 896. Thanks for the follow. Alright, let's go. 75 cards. There are more. Brainstorm, Ponder, Preordain, Force of Will, Wasteland, Polluted, Delta. I'm going to do this more methodically. Do all the fetches first. Verdant, Heath, Misty, and Green. Red, Foothills. Oh. I do love that they are absent, like, when they actually missed. So, like, Arid Mason stuff probably doesn't make it. Yeah. Or Marsh Flats. Or, how many fetches do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What am I missing? Red, white, red, blue, red, green, red, black. Bloodstained Miner again. It is on there. Cool. Oh, this is alphabetical order. Okay, that's interesting. Delver, Thalia, Stoneforge, Mystic. Wow. Aetherwell probably doesn't make it. Yeah. Duels. Oh yeah, I forgot duels. Let's see if basics make it. Oh, basics do. Mountain, swamp, forest, plains. Plains absent. What? Oh, this was updated recently. February 1st, 2020. Basic plains doesn't make it. I don't think snow covers make it because this goes back to 2018, back before snow covers were relevant. We'll try it out though. Yeah, snow cover down's not on here. Then duels. Underground, sea, volcanic, island. Did I do forest? I did do forest. Whoops. It's just plains that doesn't make it. Tundra and tropical island. Badlands, bayou, scrubland probably doesn't make it. Yeah, if Marshflies doesn't make it, I imagine most of the duels or most of the fetch lanes that share color with the duels don't, but Taiga does. I'm forgetting. So it's Plateau, which is definitely not on here. Yeah, frequently absent. Oh, Savannah. Absent. Anyway. Days. Tomb absent. Neat. Thought Seas. Schadenport, maybe? Nope. Absent. What if I could start naming cards like Arkham's Astrolabe? It looks like it got updated, so let's try Oko, Thief of Crowns. Maybe didn't add any. Arkham's Astrolabe. Might have not added any new ones. It might have just updated the old ones that got taken off the list. Hey, Polsky, thanks for the well wishes. We're doing okay. We're 2-2 right now. It's not great, but not bad, certainly. Having a little bit of fun here between rounds. Shitwind Toe. Sneak doesn't make it, right? Yeah. Grizzlebrand probably makes it. Emrakul. Nope. Emrakul missed. Batterskull and Jite. Just like last time. Whoa! Batterskull was absent and Stoneforge wasn't? Wait, was Stoneforge absent? Did I miss that? Oh no, Stoneforge was absent, duh. Which probably means that GJ doesn't make it. Oh no, it does. Interesting. Sort of Fire and Ice? No. Green Suns, Zenith. Sure. That means Dryad Arbor. Super Life from the Loam. Cabal Therapy makes it. Wow, Lane, the last one, huh? People love casting Dark Ritual way too much to put it down. Wow, Duress on here? It's kind of impressive. Oh, Swords, yeah, Swords of Plowshares. Jace, the Mind Sculptor. I'm kind of surprised that Lily made it on every list, yeah. Actually, recently missed. Yeah, missed in September 2019, yeah, that tracks. That tracks. What else does Delver play? We already got like Fatal Push is probably on this list, right? Yeah. We have a bunch of things that probably start with A that are on this list. Did I try reanimation spells? Reanimate absent. Oh yeah, I tried Entombed. Which probably means that Reanimate isn't on here. Spell Pierce. Thought Seize. Tarmogoyf probably missed because it was really bad for a while, yeah. Oh yeah, Wasteland's on here. This is an alphabetical order, so if you're looking for a card, it's pretty easy to find. There are probably a lot that I'm just stupid and not thinking about. Oh yeah, let's do all the stompy cards. So like Surgical Extraction, are you looking at sideboard cards? Yeah, it is. So what are some common sideboard cards? Flusterstorm, Surgical, Rest in Peace. Nope. Leyline of the Void. Yep. Pyroblast. Red Elemental Blast. No, Red missed. Pyroblast didn't. Nice. Amazing.
Jace. Nice, Hammer to Rock missed. Oh yeah, during Veil of Summer era. Surprise, surprise. Council's Judgment. That one's a pretty playable card. What else? It's just like all the blue decks play or something in the sideboard. Oh, I never named Snapcaster Mage. It's a pretty easy one. Oh, looks like we're done. Got 2 minutes left then. We'll be done here. Bunch of A's above Ancient Tomb. How many A's does he play in Legacy? So like Blood Moon? No, Blood Moon missed. Neat. Some Blocking Ballista gets played in a lot of the Stompy decks. That does make it. This list was pre-Karn, I believe. Yeah. Pre-Karn, pre-Dreadwood Arcanist or whatever. Dark Depths probably missed, yeah. During the same era. Crop Rotation makes it. It's a powerful card. That's gonna be about it. We got 30 seconds left anyway, and that'll be our final round here. Let's take a look. We have 20 seconds left. Give up. Oh yeah, Abrupt Decay. So some of these things I named last time I just forgot about. A Braid, interesting. Adnaz makes it? That's pretty wild. Caverned, Chromox, yeah. Cambrius makes sense. Cage, Ghost Quarter makes it. That's kind of interesting. Looting kind of makes sense. Bridge. Empty the Warrens. Jesus. It's probably solely on the back of Bryant Cook. Caracas. Spyglass. Oh, yeah, Spirit Guide makes it. Oh, hey. Should probably turn off the lane stream, shouldn't I? Win the die roll like a skilled Magic player. How much do we respect Elaine having a Force of Will in her opening hand? Just land, LED, Opal, Petal, Opal. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Just cast a turn 1 card. I gotta keep this for the memes, if nothing else. YOLO, yeah. Don't play this deck to not cast a turn 1 card. Oh, wow, never lucky. Now I get to just harass Elaine in chat. They're right, I'm not okay with that. What is this? One day people will understand that Mox Diamond is just an Arboreal Grazer that can't block.
It's obviously like a not super right? Because but maybe in this deck it's not as good because you care about your land drops and stuff. But like, being able to like play your Chalice on turn 1 is powerful. Oh, nice. We drew another Mox Opal. In the Titan deck, Grazer's like, yeah, it's definitely possible that the Grazer's better. Depends on how much you care about like turn 1 chalicing. So this gives us 4 mana, but I think I do just need to cycle this. Lane also has Narsets in her deck, so let's cycle this on our turn. Ponder and not casting Ponder. Holding up something, maybe? Man, I really have to pee. Why did I get this water? More lands, alright. Well, now we can cast some of our spells. Can't actually cast any more 4-drop still because our Opal's offline. Why do they always have the Force? Because they're rude. Only jerks have the Force of Will. Hey, Army? I saw Lane's hand and laughed at this. I was just facing you and laughed harder. Yeah, I literally looked at that hand and was like, what are the odds Lane has a Force of Will? What are the odds? It's going to be a hilarious talking point either way, so it's like, I just have to do this. You don't sign up to play this deck and not cast a turn 1 card. Time to cast my 1/1 Walking Ballista. Go get him, little buddy. Can't counter this. Got him. Like just a Jace turn. Just get cleared, yeah. Dealing them 1 and putting this in my graveyard, obviously way more important than gaining 1 life here. What even is her hand? Go get him, little buddy. Part 2. Jace Plus would have been fine. Yeah, that's probably fair. Would have just been very good. You have like a second plow. So we can't actually even draw Oryx Salvagers because we don't have the 4th mana unless our Ballista gets to live. Just be like, actually, no, there's green in here. And I think there's also red in here. It's just like not miracles for some reason. Also, there's distinctly a lot less Okos in her deck because they're very expensive. Ponder, shuffle, go. Alright, well. There's a Chalice. It's not bad. Means that when we inevitably draw our Oryx Salvagers, it'll look a lot better. Sure, what is this? It's like hard cast a Force of Negation or something. bathroom, so I'll be right back. Drank too much water between rounds. Well, she's deliberating on whether or not this chalice is what gets to resolve or whatever. Alright, we're back. This is just a snap plow my ballista, I guess. It's fine. I'll trade ballista over Snapcaster Mage here. Seems like a pretty good deal. Now our opal's online, so if we find a salvagers, we're pretty good. Hey, Army, thanks for the gifted sub to Klutz320. Appreciate it. To Fairy, alright, sure. Definitely the less concerning of the multitude of planeswalkers that could have hit play there. It's a lot of Astrolabe you got there. Replay this Chalice on one. Force Pitch Brainstorm, sure. Nothing scary, please. I said please. Just need to draw salvagers and hope that there's no source splashers. I think I would just jam it if I drew. Because like things aren't going to get any better. That ain't scary. It's pretty scary. You get a Brainstormer. Yeah. The Jace that I saw off of the Mishra's Bauble was what I was scared of. Wow, face sealing me. That's kind of aggressive. Yeah, I want to draw a card now anyway. So, well, he doesn't get to dictate whether or not it gets to stay in my hand. Second Jace. Alright, that's less scary. I think I'm going to keep my planes in hand. There's probably no way to convince her to let me keep a 4 anyway, but I think there's a reason to play the planes right now anyway. It's a Forge. It's not bad. Fate Seal and then Brainstorm seems like a confusing sequence of events. Maybe they're just better cards to draw when you have a bunch of mana untapped. So we can just Mentor this turn if we wanted, instead of Forging. I don't want to just lock into Force of Will. There's no Oko to super pressure the Mentor. This is probably going to just eat a removal spell of some kind, but...
not sure why. Yeah, you'd Fate Seal if you were worried about me dealing 3 damage, which is obviously like not the case. Like, you don't Fate Seal if you don't have interaction, usually. Because you're... Sure, Quaddle. You're more concerned about finding answers than preventing your opponent from having stuff, especially when they just have cards you don't know about already in hand. Power move. Yeah, it could definitely be a power move. We're, like, pretty far behind here. Turns their Teferi into a Divination. Sure. Fate Sealing shows dominance. Yeah, that's what people have been telling me. Yeah, random game actions probably take away most games here. Is it Oko time? Narset. Alright, that doesn't do anything. I mean, it finds them like forces and stuff, but... Or finds them Narsets. Alright. There's another Mentor, but that doesn't really do anything. Yeah, it's probably time to forge. I think this Jace is gone. I think I got shuffled away at some point. So yeah, we're basically hoping that she doesn't find the other 2 plows or some number of Snapcasters in our deck, and we find our Salvagers. Just like, obviously very unlikely. Oh, we're back to Fate Sealing, because now she has actual cards in hand. Into Oka, that's pretty good. Alright, she'll have nothing, and we'll just draw Salvagers, and it'll be fine. It's not an Auriok Salvagers. I don't want to play this Mentor, because then they can just take it and kill me even faster. Because I should have held the line, because I think she bottomed a card on the Jace. Opponent refusing to attack this Icewind Quaddle. Bottom. Oh, they dropped. Alright, yeah, we're dead. We will concede here and board in. I think Disenchant O-Ring should be fine. We didn't really see a lot. I mean, obviously, we don't see a lot of Disenchant targets in the game 1s. But I think usually they'll have like at least back to basics, if not like stupid like white hate cards, right? I don't think all these other cards suck, and we could probably shave some of the chaff. Like, you shave your fast man in these matchups, because they go pretty late. And we'll call it good, I think. Now we will sit and wait. Being down a game against, I guess this isn't Miracles, so actually I feel a little bit better about the matchup. Usually, when your mentors look worse against like Terminus and stuff, I'm a little bit more bummed, but this is just a lot more mid-rangey. So like busted mentor starts can actually just severely hamper this sort of game plan.
This is a turn 2 Karn. I guess this is probably good enough. What am I leading on here? Guess we just lead on Ancient Tomb in case we draw. I probably wouldn't even play City though, because we have so many other lands that burning the Petal is probably better than burning the City. Although I guess the opposite, like, because we have so many lands, the City doesn't really matter. We also do spew some info that we have a bunch of mana coming up the following turn. Cycle this bauble. Force of Negation. That's a good card to know about, and a bummer. It means our Karn is considerably less good. Now we want to find like Chalice or something. We can get the Force Negation. Or we just draw a ton of lands and roll over and die. Don't think, because we know it's, the card's not resolving, it's probably... There's potential for us like wanting to cast this card, so if we draw another Haymaker the following turn, we can just play it. But also we do burn our Lotus Petal, which could be notable if we find Mentor, so I think just hitting land drops and saying go is fine. Zane is not panning out. Jesus, the sand is not panning out at all. Alright, well, we'll cast this into their Force of Negation. But we want to cast it, obviously, before they actually just get 3 mana up, so they have to at least lose a blue card. Is it just, like, actual counterspell or something? No, they do Force Pitch Oka. That's good for me. Bad news is... our hand fucking sucks. Our hand is literal nothing versus a 6-card hand. Back to basics. We have plenty more lands. So I'm gonna play Cavern on Human, I think, in case we draw exactly LED. I guess I'm gonna play Promise there anyway. One way to beat back to basics, I guess, is just have a shit ton of lands. Snap Ponder. Alright, this seems fine. Sand seems to have been kept off the back of back to basics and Force of Negation. There's some mana troubles and Snap Pondering on turn 4. I mean, I'm definitely like a reasonable hand to keep. A Force and a back to basics are both really good cards in the matchup. Certainly. There's the mana. There's our Karn. Could be interesting. I think I might actually... I only have 4 cards now. I'd probably burn this Cavern and save the Petal. What am I Karning for? Assuming this resolves. And it doesn't. Force Pitch Counterspell, sure. Still have enough mana left over to try to Salvagers them at some point. Somebody needs to talk to Elaine about this land before Ponder business. More Salvagers. We can even cast the follow-up Salvagers after this Salvagers, assuming it dies, because we have Petal City. So I guess I just jam a Salvagers into this. I think I'm just going to play City, because all my lands are one use anyway, so having my City die is kind of whatever. This is Plow, sure. Still trying live to LEDs.
Jones's Astrolabe. LED off the top one time, no whammies. It's not great for me. I think I might. I guess if I use the pedal, I lose less mana long term, right? Because this Ancient Tomb produces more because I'm tapping this Plains, which actually untaps. The question is, do I want to chalice someone? I think the answer is yes. I don't think I just want to salvagers here, though. So then we need to draw a mana source and an LED, and hope my opponent doesn't have anything. None of which seem very accurate. My opponent has 6 cards in hand. Yeah, seems like we're dead here. Another Jason hand. Oh, they can just brainstorm it away. LED? Nope. Feel pretty dead. Yeah, these games just did not really break our way. Kept some hands that were like pretty medium in the face of Force of Wills. And then they did not draw anything better. Hey Dukes, thanks for the raid, I appreciate it. We're about to wrap up our stream here though. But I will for sure send people elsewhere afterwards. So we can cast our uncounterable salvagers, but against 6 cards in hand, probably not doing a whole lot. We can play our Mystic Forge. That probably gets countered. Opponent has Hard Gas Force up. I think our plan is still just like Hail Mary, find an LED in the top, whatever, of our deck. We were playing last game too, and it just did not work. We're 8. Jace should probably just brainstorm for the rest of the game. The Helming or Miracling. They're neithering. They're just like Miracles cards except for without Terminus. Oko? Uro. Okay, sure. Fetch basic force, bring back the Uro. Yeah, it costs. Yeah. Alright. We'll just draw LED. And still probably not even win. Even if we drew infinite cards, we would still die to the board state, I think. Yeah, we are in fact dead. Yeah, because we could draw infinite cards, and nothing we have is instant speed, I don't think. Nothing relevant is instant speed. We have like a disenchant, but that doesn't really do anything for us. So, I believe we are just dead. Yeah, and they could have just like forced with the LED. Alright, those were 2 technical games of Magic. Looks like we did not get there. Alright. So yeah, I think this sideboard definitely needs some tweaking. Those games just like felt kind of awkward. Losses were to Blue-Green, Omni, Doomsday, and then Bant, Not Miracles. Not a whole. Our games didn't really feel like the deck didn't really do what it wanted.
Against Omni, we got like four, it was the Pierce Force match that we died, and then Doomsday we got fucking turn 1 Thoughtseize Doomsday. You should show Elaine stream and watch the Cascade. I had Elaine stream open, but I closed it when we started playing. Also, good games. I was super in for the turn 1 Karn hand because I was like, this is just gonna be hilarious regardless of what happens, because we just get to like. I get to shit talk about how lucky I am for having turn 1 Karn, or I get to complain about how lucky you are to have Force of Will. So it was great equity either way. And then game 2, I just like didn't draw anything and died. That was a common occurrence. That was one of the things I think I remember when I played Bomberman a bunch that bugged me, is that against the control deck, you did tend to like flood out pretty badly sometimes. Because you have just so many mana sources in this deck that like don't really do anything else. Just like 20 lands, 3 opals, 4 petals, and like 3 LEDs. Obviously, we could have like used an LED there for a while, but and you shave down on the fast mana in the post board games, but definitely recall a lot of complaining about horribly flooding out in previous iterations. But I've just been kind of on a cold streak. Everything I've been playing so far like feels like it's pretty decent. Like I was playing Red White Taxes a bunch like the past week and stuff. It's like this deck feels like it's pretty okay in like the matchups, and I think I'm happy to be playing the Red Splash than not when I was trying it out, and then we like just kept losing to stuff regardless, and it just like a lot of it did just feel out of my hands. And we just kind of had a similar day today. We're just like, okay, well, we'll get turn 1 Thoughtseize Doomsday, I guess, and like we could have beaten a lot of like a lot more like reasonable Doomsday starts with our hand, or like when we got Pierce Forced and stuff, etc., etc. But that's just Magic, you know. Sometimes you just don't get to win your games. So let's find someone to host. It's not gonna be Elaine because I imagine Elaine is also wrapping up. Let me just double check that though. Yeah. All right, let's go host X-Whale. X-Whale, good friend of mine. Will. I don't know what he's streaming because everything's blacked out and Moto seems to be crashing for him. So this seems like the perfect time to go host him. /host X-Whale _. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you had a good time. We'll be back tomorrow with another stream. I don't know if I'll be on taxes or trying some more like different Bomberman stuff. Don't quite know yet, but hope you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow.